Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to call the meeting to order. The City of Belleville acknowledges we are meeting today on the traditional territory of many nations. The municipality operates on the unceded and unsurrendered lands of our Indigenous peoples. We recognize and honor the historic relationship of the Indigenous peoples to this land and acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. We recognize all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call Belleville their home and support the need for cultivating a strong relationship with them. We look forward to fostering a path towards reconciliation and show respect for the Indigenous peoples who first lived and currently live on the land where we all now reside together. I will call this meeting to order. We are missing Councillor Thompson, Councillor Enright Miller, and now we'll have a moment of reflection by City Clerk Matt McDonald.
May we be worthy custodians of all that has been entrusted to us. Help us to be concerned only for what will promote good government. May we bring to our council chamber minds that think and hearts that feel, always having respect for others so that we may serve the people of our city in a helpful manner and for the good of all.
Please be seated. I need a motion for the regular council meeting minutes of September 25th, 23, moved by Councillor Chatton, seconded by Councillor Millette. Discussion, all in favor? Carried. Okay, deputations tonight. We have a special one here. We have the future mayors of Belleville sitting in the audience and council members. So I'd like to call to the podium to make a presentation to the participants and have them give a little speech. So we have should have Benjamin here, Chevy, Harshita, Shavia, and Armino. I maybe butchered a few of your names, but if you're in the audience, please come up. And I apologize for that.
Okay. Through you, Mr. Chair, I just wanted to come up here and thank everybody for the incredible week that it has been. It's been an incredible experience working with all of the department heads this past week, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that. As someone who personally wants to go on and study politics in university, it has been great to see firsthand how municipal politics works, the politics that, affects us directly firsthand. And I think I speak for the group when I say that every single person in the department heads of the city have been nothing but enthusiastic and happy to answer all of our questions, even if that means if Officer Jeremy, threatens us to lock in jail for 2 nights, but whatever. But in all seriousness, I want to thank the Rotary Club, and I want to thank City Hall for letting us learn through this opportunity, and of course Joe Reed for kindly offering us to take us on a ride in his snow plowing machine this winter. I will be taking you up on that offer. But overall, just thank you for the experience.
Thank you, and it was a pleasure having
you. Wow, okay. So I actually do not have a speech ready for you guys. I didn't know that was happening. But because she already said everything here, I'll just give a little pointers. So thank you so much for this opportunity. The moment I got the email that I could be Mayor of the Week, I was, first of all, nervous. I was like, okay, do I do this? Should I, put aside my schoolwork and do this? Would this be a great opportunity? And it's been actually really amazing. I'm so happy to meet so many people out there, and I'm glad that there's so many people who are there to cherish me, to help me. They answered all of my questions, and my members here, they've been so insightful with their questions and everything. Oh, I'm so nervous already. Public speaking is not for me. Yeah. So I do want to be a computer scientist, so I'm glad I'll be just sitting at the computer and typing away. But I've learned other jobs as well, which was amazing. As Mayor of the Week, I liked all of the departments, but as a 17-year-old Harshita Shrikant, I think that the Belleville Public Library kind of touched my heart the most because I've been there since I was 6 years old, so the inner workings behind it was amazing. But that doesn't mean I didn't like any of it. I really liked all of the departments. Thank you so much for the cupcakes. I really like them, even though it's a bit late. And also thank you for offering the ride. I'm sure, Mr. Reed, I'm so happy that, I'm going to take up on your offer for riding the snowmobile. Oh my God, I'm tripping over my words. But this is going too long now, so thank you so much.
We forgot you Should give a shout out to your school, both of you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I also thank Eastside Secondary School for actually allowing me to go into this program and all. And Rotary Club, thank you so much. They've been there. They've been offering me rides. And yeah, applause right there. So yeah, anybody want? Yeah.
I'll just come up and say something quick. So my headmaster of my school, Albert College, is also a part of Rotary. So I just want to thank both Rotary and my school, Albert College, for that. And also everyone who participated in this week, showing us many opportunities. It just helps me learn a lot more of necessarily how the city works that you sort of overlook when you're living every day in the city. So it's great to know that. So thank you very much, everyone.
So I didn't know what I was getting myself into at the start of this. My dad texted me. He's like, "Do you want to do this?" So I said, "Yeah." But I'm thinking it's a pretty good experience for the time I was here. I wasn't here for like half of it, but that's all right because the stuff I learned was pretty great. But yeah. Yeah.
Any questions at all for the deputations? Do you want to harass them at all, or no? Do we have a future Ward 2 councillor at the podium there at all, or?
Thank you, Your Worship, and I did meet you all last week, only I was wearing shorts and flip-flops, and the weather was a little nicer, but this is now the second or third group that I've heard present in this manner. We got a little waylaid by COVID there for a little bit, but to a group, I think it's a constant. You're a little hesitant not knowing what it was about, but I think when you all can get the benefit of this program, when you can all get an idea of the inner workings of just what a complex machine, I guess, this city is. I hope you got into the water filtration plant, I would imagine, yes? Did you get them down a sewer hole? No, you didn't get them down there? Well, rookie councilor's guy had to go down there, and I'll tell you, it's not pretty. You learn what not to flush once you've done that. But I'm seriously, I'm very pleased every time we see a group, and let's hope you're the future leaders of our community, and congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, we need a quick picture with your certificates and to push out on our social media. Oh, okay. Did you want to say a few words, or? No, put you on the spot. Okay, so we're just going to do a picture with your certificates and line you up.
Turn around here.
Okay, smile, everybody.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. If you want to come back for my job, it's 3 years away, I think. But okay, I need to ask also, is there any pecuniary interest or general nature thereof in this meeting? No, and I just, with permission of council, we have Fire Inspector Kyle Christopher here and Deputy Chief Mark Shannon would just like to give a few words on Fire Prevention Week, if that's okay. Call you both to the podium.
Council, thanks for having us. It's that time of year again. As it has been every year since 1919, it's Fire Prevention Week. In the week that has October 9th in it, that signifies the day that the Great Chicago Fire occurred in 1871. So ever since then, the National Fire Protection Association in the United States has had Fire Prevention Week. And in 1919, it came to Canada, and we've celebrated it every week since. This year is no different. I've brought along Fire Inspector Kyle Christopher. He's coordinated our fire prevention program for this week, and I'll let him speak to it.
Thank you. So yeah, this week we're going around to all the schools in the city of Belleville doing fire drills, promoting fire safety. We're also having an open house on Saturday, October 14th, from 10 till 2 at Station 1 at 60 Betta Street. There we'll be having a barbecue. We've had food graciously donated by McDowell's in Belleville. So we'll have a barbecue. We've got the inflatable fire safety house there. We've got a fire extinguisher trainer. Again, tours of the fire trucks. So we'd like to encourage everyone that can make it to attend. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Any questions at all? Seeing none, thank you very much. A motion to receive. Councillor Brown, Councillor Chapman. Carried. I just want to backtrack for a second. I forgot to thank Rotary Club for the Mayors of the Month. I know they've been doing this for well over 15 years, and kudos to them because they're looking for the city's future. Okay, 7-1, a letter from the Belleville Chamber of Commerce regarding Santa Claus Parade. I need a resolution that the October 3rd, 23rd letter from the Belleville Chamber of Commerce regarding the Santa Claus Parade be received and referred to consent item 8B7. Councillor Millette, Councillor Alsop. Discussion, all in favor? Carried. Now an important motion that councillor rise and go into committee of the whole to hear with consider reports, passing of recommendation and resolutions with Councillor Carr in the chair. Councillor Alsop and Councillor Chapman, all in favor? Carried.
A reports. The agenda shall include under reports items that warrant individual attention from council. 8A1, City of Belleville Purchasing Policy Bylaw Update, DF-2023-19. Resolution is that council approve the recommendations of the Finance Committee as outlined in the Director of Finance Treasurer's Report Number DF-2023-19 and approve the revised purchasing policies for the procurement of goods and or services, and that a bylaw be prepared for council's consideration. Moved by Councillor Alsop, seconded by Mayor Ellis. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 8A2, City of Belleville 2024 Operating Budget Timeline, DF-2023-18. Resolution is that council approve the recommendations of the Finance Committee as outlined in the Director of Finance Treasurer's Report Number DF-2023-18 and approve the 2024 Operating Budget Timeline and Community Engagement Strategy. Moved by Councillor Chatton, seconded by Councillor Kelly. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? That's carried. 8A3, creation of manager, human resources manager position, DHR 2023-03, and the resolution reads that pursuant to the Director of Human Resources Report Number DHR-2023-03, that pre-budget approval for the 2024 operating budget in the amount of $58,700 be approved for the creation of the manager of human resources position and removal of the human resources assistant, and that funding be provided from taxation. Moved by Councillor Alsop, seconded by Mayor Ellis. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? That's carried. 8A4, Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, Hybrid Bus Purchase, GMTOS-2023-29, Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, Hybrid Bus Purchase. And the resolution is that in accordance with Section 30.3, move as read by Councillor Alsop, seconded by Mayor Ellis. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 85, appointment of members to various cities, committees, and boards, DCS 2023-02. Resolution reads that pursuant to the Director of Corporate Services Clerk's Report Number DCS-2023-22, appointment of members to various cities, committees, boards, and that a bylaw to amend bylaw 2023-09, the appointments bylaw be prepared for council's consideration. Moved by Councillor Chatton, seconded by Mayor Ellis. Any questions or comments? See none, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Moving on to consent items. Council may adopt consent items by one motion, but prior to consideration of such motion, members may request that specific items be removed from consideration under such motion, and council shall consider such items individually. We'll start with Councillor Alsop.
No, thank you.
Mayor Ellis.
No, thank you.
Councillor Kelly.
No, thank you.
Councillor Millette.
No, thank you.
Councillor Chatton.
No, thank you, Chair.
Councillor Brown.
No, thank you.
Okay, then need a motion that all the consent items be approved. Councillor Chatton, Councillor Millette, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Let me just move along here. Council information matters. Council may adopt consent items by one motion, but prior to consideration of such motion, members may request that specific items be removed from consideration under such motion, and council shall consider such items individually. I'll start on this side. Councillor Brown?
No, thank you.
Councillor Chatton?
No, thank you, Chair.
Councillor Millette?
No, thank you.
Councillor Kelly?
No, thank you.
Mayor Ellis?
I'm going to have to move just 8C2.
8C2? Sorry, 8C2, there, okay. And Councillor Alsop?
No, thank you.
Okay, can I get a motion that all those items be received with the exception of 8C2A? Councillor Kelly, Councillor Chatton, all in favor? That's carried. Moving on to 8C2A, request, encourage municipalities to join and advocate on behalf of our communities to the Prime Minister, Premier, and local politicians, calling for a united effort in establishing a guaranteed livable income program. And it's a resolution from the municipality of West Grey. Moved by Mayor Ellis. I'll get a seconder. Councillor Alsop.
Just a quick comment on it. I would support it just because it's federal and provincial, and I think that you know, a living income is geared to homelessness too, whether that research has been done, but something that maybe should be considered.
Okay. Any other questions or comments on that one? All in favor? That's carried. I need a motion to rise and report. Moved by Councillor Chatton, seconded by Councillor Alsop. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you.
Okay, bylaws, first reading. Need a motion for bylaw 2023-177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, and 186. Moved by Councillor Chatton, seconded by Councillor Kelly. All in favor, carried. Second reading of bylaws and discussion, 2023-177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, and 186. Moved by Councillor Alsop and Councillor Carr. All in favor, carried. And final reading of bylaw 2023-177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, and 186. Moved by Councillor Alsop and seconded by Councillor Chatton. All in favor, carried. New business, motions, notice of motions, announcements. Councillor Chatton.
Thank you, and through you, Chair. October is Dress Purple Month to help raise awareness about the important role that individuals and communities play in supporting vulnerable children, youth, and families. The provincially recognized Dress Purple Day campaign, formerly known as Child Abuse Prevention Month, is marked by a purple ribbon. The Belleville sign, Bridge Street Bridge, and Fire Station Number 1 Memorial Garden will all be lit purple on October the 27th. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Chatton. Councillor Millette.
Thank you, Your Worship. Whereas it is important to recognize the strength and courage of those affected by lung cancer and remove the stigma around the disease, anyone with lungs can get lung cancer. It is the leading cause of cancer death among men and women in Canada, accounting for nearly 1/4 of all cancer deaths in the country. More deaths than colon cancer, breast cancer, and prostate cancer combined. Therefore, on behalf of the City of Belleville, I hereby proclaim November as Lung Cancer Awareness Month and encourage all citizens to learn about lung cancer and early detection through lung cancer screening.
Thank you, Councillor Millette. Councillor Brown.
Thank you, Chair. I hereby proclaim October as Women's History Month. For over 30 years, the Government of Canada has taken this time to mark the outstanding achievements of women and girls throughout our country's history and to celebrate females who continue to contribute towards a better, more inclusive Canada. October was chosen as it corresponds with two other notable days. October 11th is the International Day of the Girl, which celebrates the voices and power of girls, championing their rights worldwide and reflecting on the challenges they continue to face because of their gender. Persons Day takes place on October the 18th, which marks the day in 1929 when the historic decision was made to include women in the legal definition of a person. In support of all of these, the Belleville sign, Bridge Street Bridge, and Fire Station Number 1 Memorial Garden will all be lit pink from October the 10th to the 18th. Let us continue to honor those who fight to improve the lives of women in our country.
Thank you, Councillor Brown. Councillor Kelly?
From November 1st until January 7th, it's Mothers Against Drunk Driving Project Red Ribbon. Over half of the accidents on the roads in Canada are the result of impaired driving, and every hour approximately 10 criminal charges and license suspensions are laid for alcohol or drug-impaired driving. More than 60,000 are injured and around 1,500 are killed due to these impairment-related crashes every year. Project Red Ribbon is MAD's annual awareness campaign to promote sober driving during the holiday season, as it is often the busiest time of the year, and the risk for impaired driving is high. If you see a driver you suspect is impaired, call 911. Working together, we can prevent death, injuries caused by impaired driving. And the Belleville sign, Bridge Street Bridge and Fire Station Number 1 Memorial Garden will be lit red from November the 6th to the 13th to remind everyone not to drink and drive. I have a couple of other announcements. Do they go here? Thank you. Got this report today from Heather Candler, Director of Economic Development. With the Workplace Inclusion Charter, we now have the City of Belleville 18 workplaces that have signed on. Thank you. This month we welcome the Enrichment Center for Mental Health. They believe lived experience is as valuable as formal education and training. At Enrichment Center for Mental Health, they incorporate into this the hiring process of the agencies, and over the next year they will aim to tell the stories of their staff and clients surviving and thriving to reduce stigma and create more inclusive spaces for their clients. We welcome Center for Workforce Development, CFWD, as a diverse and inclusive board of directors. When job opportunities arrive within the board, they ensure that an inclusive application process is maintained. Thank you for joining. Quintalicious, enjoy the local taste at participating Belleville restaurants from October 18th until November the 5th. And just a reminder, a real development economic driver for our city, Diwali, is this Saturday from 3 o'clock till 10 at Westwicks Park. And finally, I wanted to get this in. On September the 30th, the City of Belleville had its Truth and Reconciliation ceremony. I want to thank the mayor and the councillors that came out and supported it, and all the participants and the residents from the area that came out to reflect and learn with our city Truth and Reconciliation. I want to give special hugs to Chris Anderson from the Transportation Operations Services, along with these awesome four lads, Jordan Kondratiuk, I believe it is, Mark Ethier, Dylan Irvin, and Chris Hadja. They were excellent to work, true representation of the city. So thanks to Parks and Rec, Mr. Reed, part of his team. They were fabulous to work with, and I really enjoyed working with them and their class acts. So thanks to the lads for helping out. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kelly. I now need a motion that City Council enter into in-camera session to consider the following item pursuant to Section 239 of the Municipal Act, advice from our solicitor-client privilege. Moved by Councillor Alsop and Councillor Chatton. All in favor? Carried.